So the other day, I'm sitting in my doctor's office. I'm waiting to check out. I'd already seen my doctor, and he, you know, everything was okay, and I'm just waiting for them to, you know, fill out the paperwork and make copies of the prescriptions and so on. And I pulled out one of my one of my one of my devices, and I take a hit from it. And a woman that I have known there for probably 3 years, who used to work in the back, now she works in the front. She looks at me and she screams at me, "There's no smoking in here." When I tell her, or try to tell her, that I'm not smoking, I'm vaping, she is up in my face like I have never seen before. It's like, well, maybe cigarettes have killed her entire family. I don't know. But she was screaming at me, and she was telling me that there's no difference. There's no difference. There's every bit of danger. Don't you dare bring one of these in here again, and so forth and so on. And I glance over at my doctor, and my doctor, who is very cool, and I'll explain to you in a week or two just how cool this guy really is. He looks at me and he shakes his head because he knows I vapes, and he asks me about it all the time. He's a big fan of Spinfuel, so I was totally freaked out, and I got in the car and I started driving home, and I said to myself, my God, I mean, there are some people we are never going to get through to, and that's just the way it is. There are people out in this world that are so anti anything that comes out of your mouth, it's not funny. But that's not what this is about. This is the Cold Open. I'm your host, John Manzione, and I will be back right after this. And I am back. Today, the Cold Open is more of a Cold Open vlog than it is a Cold Open review or something like, or whatever you want to call it. I don't really do reviews, remember. So I've got some products to show you. I've got some products I want to talk about, but I'm going to kind of meander around a little bit because I do that better. You know, when I try to do a straight up review, I don't like it. I don't like the way I do it. So, you know, why do it? You know, go for your strengths. And my strengths is to stutter and to make jokes and to be stupid. So, you know, that's what I'm going to do. But interestingly enough, I thought I'd start off the show with a comparison vape of 3 hot new subohm tanks. Now, the first one, maybe I should start, hold on. I'm going to start the engines down here. Move this stuff out of the way. Bring this into play here. This is, come on, Jesus Christ, just stick it in front here. This is the new Kanger Subtank PLUS. This guy holds 7 milliliters of juice. And from what I understand, there's been a couple of improvements. I don't think anything's been done with the coil. Come back up here for a second. I don't think anything's been done to the coils, to tell you the truth. But I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I think the improvements, if you want to call it that, because some people are calling this a Subtank V2, is, you can come back down here now. This, if you remember the original Subtank that held 6 milliliters of juice, when you wanted to use the RBA component, you had to remove this top right here and put another top on there. So on top it had 2 screws. How the hell can I? There you go. It had 2 screws around here, right? And you undid those screws. You put the other one on, and you put the component in there. Well, they've done away with that, which a feature I didn't like anyway. And what they've done is they have decided that come on back up here, And who am I talking to when I say that, by the way? Well, a lot of people might be wondering that. I'm talking to myself, okay? So when I hear that, I know it's all in the Final Cut editing. I know when I'm getting ready to do that, and I can disable a video track. Anyway, what they've decided to do is they took the RBA component from the Mini, which was good enough. I could use it on a really good day, and decided to go with that in this larger tank. So now that did away with the need of putting that extra piece of metal in the box and having you go through the hassle of doing that. And that, I think that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. Now come down here again. Come down here again, John. And by the way, this is the Marcella edition of my Vapor Flask. Yeah, I'm really stupid. I got Vaporev knows how to get me. Okay, I've joined their newsletter, and when they have a new product out or some product gets back in stock, I get an email and I look at their gorgeous photography, of which I'm a sucker for, and they sent an email out the other day that they had back and said they had the Vapor Flask back in stock. And this is the Marcella edition, and this was the picture of it was so gorgeous, I had to buy it. And what really sold it to me is not only the red color, but the brass caps. I love these brass caps. I wish they had done brass all over. That would have been nice, but you know, I'm a pain in the ass. I wish for different. I can never say, oh, that's perfect. You know. Okay, so let's set that down here. Right. So anyway, where was I? So we've got the Subtank PLUS here, and I'm going to show you the inside of the box real quick. It's basic. Here we go. I promised I wasn't going to do that. It is similar to the other in that it's a slide-out box, and you know, you take the top out, and there's the doodads in here, how to fill the coils, and your little instructions, and your ubiquitous screwdriver, and some black O-rings, and some cotton, and a glass tank, and a 1.2 coil, 1.2 ohm coil here, and the RBA component here. And as you can see, this is the one that they used in the Mini. And see, I drop everything. And this has a couple of coils already in it. It has a coil already in it. So it's easy to use. Stick a piece of cotton through there, and you're good to go. I don't enjoy the hassle of doing that. So I don't. But a lot of people do, and good for them. That's what makes this a great world, right? So put that away. All right, so that is the Subtank PLUS 7 mil. No extra cap on the top, which is great. Oh, by the way, this is what I was talking about the other day. This comes in the e-grip when you buy an e-grip, and I use these to open my battery compartments, and it works really well. I like it. So I keep a couple of those around. And come back up here. You're going to come back up here so that I can stop this recording down here and start it again, because something was going on with it, and it's not stopping. Oh, that's just great. Stop, you son of a... You know, I don't know if it's because I'm using two wireless transmitters or what. I don't know. It's driving me crazy. I am going to restart it here though, and get to this again. Anyway, so our next candidate today is the new Smoke M80 Plus. I like this guy, and just kind of excuse me while I'm going to keep trying to talk here as I oh, and now it doesn't want to work altogether. So I guess I got to shut my camera off over here. Oh, brother. You know what? I'll be right back, okay? But in the minute, hey, I know. Let's listen to Smokin' Joey for a second. I'll be right back. And how's that for that Smokin' Joey commercial, huh? Slick, slick. All right, I am back. I don't know why I have so much trouble with this equipment. I really shouldn't have, you know? I mean, for God's sakes. Anyway, coming back down here to the bottom again, we are going to show, this is the gold or champagne edition of the Smoke M80 Plus, X Pro 80 Plus. Now, this is a wicked improvement over the other ones. This is an 80-watt device, of course, and what's cool is that this will go down. I think what is it? I think it's 6 to 80 watts. All right, which is fine, but it will fire off coils down to 0.1 all by itself, and which that means that you know, you're ready to go with the Atlantis, the Herackles, the Matrix, which we have coming in, and anything else that comes out. Even if it goes down to 0.1, you're ready to go with this guy. And come back up here. I like this one over the, let's like show you the last one I had was the MX50. Now, as you can see, there's quite a bit of difference. This has a 4400 mAh battery, built-in battery. Actually, it's two 18650 batteries running together to extend the battery life, and it's I imagine the amperage has a lot to do with getting down there to 0.1 as well, you know. But it feels good. I would highly recommend this if you're looking for a sub $100 box mod. It feels put together well. If it's built exactly like the M50, M65, and so forth and so on. It's got the ridges on this side and the buttons on this side. Come down here again. This is, you know, you look at that and you go, wow, that looks a lot like a DNA board. And this, it's not though. And this has, supposedly has temperature control, but I think the temperature control is battery temperature control. I don't think it's, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is actually. But you know, you can lock your wattage in and so forth and so on. So we're going to use the Herackles on the X Pro 80 Plus. That's what we're going to use for that. And then we're going to use come down here again. We're going to use my unbelievable blackout vapor flask, and we're going to use this with just a regular Subtank Mini with a 0.5. I don't have any nickel coil. I mean, I have some nickel coils, but I haven't got them in here. Maybe I should have. Maybe I'll do that later. But for this test, I wanted to go just with same cantho wires. Now, of course, this is a 0.5. This is a 0.5. This is a 0.5 actually in this one. And now, where is the other one? Where's the? Oh no! Wait a minute. Hello. Sorry, I got freaked out here. This is the art. See this? I switched the caps around. I switched the caps around the other day, and that's what screwed me up. Identify the patterns with what I'm using. This is the Arctic tank. So this is a 0.2 ohm coil in this. And so what I thought we would do, come on back up here. What I thought we would do is just, I'll give you a kind of like, you know, do a vapor test, sure. I mean, why not? But to me, these are more about flavor than vapor. I mean, I like a lot of vapor, don't get me wrong. But if you, let's say you had the best cloud maker in the world and you scored that at 100 points, I'm not going to complain if a tank scores 90 on the same scale, but produces a little bit better flavor. You know what I mean? I'm not, so that's where I am. So let's start out with the, I want to start with the Herackles. Got to make sure that, okay, here's the Herackles. A couple of pointers about this tank. Let me see if I can, come on back down here again so I can get up here and show you here. I may have to, this doesn't want to autofocus well this morning, so I may have to bring that into focus. I want you to look at the holes inside where the juice is, okay? Believe it or not, if you can turn this outer portion up here and align these holes so that you can shut down the amount of liquid getting to it or increase it. I found that unbelievable because when I had first hooked this up and started using it, it was awful. I didn't like it at all. And then I started futzing around with it, and I learned that there are basically two sets of holes. There's an e-liquid control here inside, and then, of course, the air controller down here. But I wish you could see. I took the micro off of my other camera, so I can't focus one-to-one. But it is. You can twist this and align these holes and allow the maximum amount of juice to come through. And come on back up here. This is where, that's where I like it to be. When I was futzing around with it, I found all of the other all the other ways I tried it, I didn't like it. It was hitting too hard, and it wasn't delivering the flavor that I wanted. So I kept tinkering with it, and then I discovered it. And then the other thing I wanted to tell you about this tank is that unlike the other tanks that I've tried, if you buy this tank, honestly give it about 20 minutes after you've put juice in the coil and then filled up the tank. Give it about 20 minutes. And then, even during the 20 minutes, pick it up every few minutes and turn it sideways, turn it upside down, and stuff like that. And what you're going to witness for the first half hour or so, you're going to witness air bubbles coming out of it. It's very different from the other tanks that I've used. Once it gets going, once you get the air holes aligned the way you like them, and the juice holes where you like them, and the tank is well saturated and you've used it for a little bit, then you can get some really awesome flavor out of it. I don't like this metal drip tip, but I am using it because it's a wider bore. Let me show you under here. It is a much wider bore than the other ones that I use. So come back up here. You can really, oh, and look at this. Look at it. Come back down here again. Look at this rubber or plastic thing here. And this really does keep it cool when you're doing a hot vape. Okay, up here again. Seriously, if I didn't make those notes, I'd be editing for days. If I didn't make those verbal cues for myself. So I have this set at 40 watts, and it's a this is a 0.2, and the Herackles, or is it? Hold on. I know the Arctic has 0.2. I think this is a 0.5. You know what? The easiest way to check that out is to open this box up down here and just check it out. Because whatever this one is, the other one isn't. Come on. Let's bring it down here again. I'll show you what the coils look like here. They come, both coils, even though you get one coil comes in the tank, and you get an extra coil. Arthritic hands in action. And that's what it looks like. Look at all that cotton in there. Anyway, so this is this says vape at between 50 and 75 watts, And so this is the 0.6. This is the 0.6. So this must be the 0.2. So let's go with that. All right. Anyway, and then so we have the so coming back up here. So then we have the Arctic, and we have the Herackles, and we have the new Subtank PLUS. And this one has been soaking long enough. So is this one, and so has this one. So let's start off with. Forget what I said before. We're going to start off with a whole different thing, just because it's easier for me. This is the Arctic tank with a 0.2 coil. I really love the way this hits. I really do. The flavor is huge. The flavor is really huge. Excuse me for just a moment. I should put a little cartoon face on there or something. I really like the flavor in this. And to tell you the truth, I've been using this. This is the same coil that I used ever since I've had this one. Unlike the Subtank coils, if I burn, I had talked about this in another video. I don't know if I published that video or not, but I talked about it. If I scorch a coil, a Subtank coil, it's no good anymore. If I take a dry hit, for some reason I'm not watching the tank level or whatever, and I get a dry hit, forget it. The coil's ruined. I got to change it out. But not so with this one. I have taken a couple of dry hits from it, and it's been beautiful. All right, so this is the Herackles in the X Pro. Let's give it a bit of a pre-burn. And I have the wattage again set at 40. I think it's 40. Yeah, 40. So let's do that. Definitely more clouds than the Arctic right now. Did you know what it's missing? It's missing flavor. It doesn't have half the flavor that the Arctic has. And I guess I should tell you, this is all the same juice, okay? It is all, come down here again. This is all Vape Dudes. Maximum VG Nilla No Vape. This is the only juice that I have been vaping for quite a while as my all-day vape. That's not to say that I'm not trying other juices and other tanks, but when I'm just vaping, just living my life and vaping, it is that. That's what I use. So this is, all of these tanks have that in there, because I know I won't be wasting them. I'll be vaping them. So the Herackles, you know, it does produce a heck of a lot of vapor. And I'm sure I could take it up well past 40. Let's try 50. I'm going to take it all the way up to 50 and see. Oh, that's 56. We don't want that. I hate these contact, man. I can't see anything close up. So, let's see what it is. Yeah, for you cloud chasers, this is an amazing tank. Doesn't burn at 50 either. Maybe I'll try 50 with the Arctic. I mean, it should be, I'll definitely be able to handle it, because it's, oh, I'm going the wrong way. It should be able to handle it easily. The DNA 40 board, by the way, can't go above 40. Don't get old, people. Don't get old. This is fucked. I'm messed up. Can only go up to 40 watts. See, so I'm glad I got the 80. I guess I could switched them, but maybe I'll do that at the end. I don't know. Okay, so now we have the down here again, just to show off this beautiful. This is so damn beautiful. And yeah, I paid for them, okay? I really did. I can't get anything from these guys for my crew or anything. No discounts, no nothing. So, you know, I don't know. What are you going to do, right? This is it. And this is the Subtank Plus. Kind of dig it. I'm hoping that I really get to like this tank once it's broken in as much as I do the Mini, because I am always filling my tank. It seems like every couple of hours, and hopefully this has almost twice as much as the Mini, and I'm hoping that I can enjoy this one. It doesn't look bad. It certainly doesn't look bad, does it? I mean, it doesn't look top heavy. I mean, it is considerably. Well, not even considerably, really. Larger, but, you know, it holds a lot more. So let's give it a go. I have this one at I have this, why is this at 29? Let's try it at 29.9. Yeah, this is still hitting hard with a 0.5. I just started using this morning too, so it will become more gentle as the coil gets broken in a little bit. I'll take it all the way up to 40, which is easy enough to do. Jesus, Mom! You know, it's great flavor and great vapor. It's just too much for me. I imagine somebody like Nick would love this. I could probably love it too if I got used to it. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, I know what I'm going to do here. Let's... All right, I have the... What do you have, John? What do you have? I have the Arctic. I have the Arctic at 40 as well. But it's a 0.2, so it's going to need that anyway. Not nearly as many clouds as you can see, but excellent flavor. Oh, see. This starts to burn. This starts to burn at 40 watts. So that's unfortunate. I bet a lot of people that do this for just for the sake of the clouds wouldn't mind that. But I do, because I start to lose that awesome flavor in this juice. I may have ruined that coil, which is okay. I got a whole bunch more. All right, so the winner to me is a tie between the Arctic tank, which I truly love, and the sub tanks, which I do truly love. And the Herackles, it's a great competitor tank, but for my everyday use, nah. Which is, you know, why we're giving one away today on our giveaway page. You might want to check that out. Spinfuel.com/giveaways is the Arctic tank. We are giving away an Arctic tank, and the I don't know. Check it's on the site. I don't know what Dave's doing these days. I don't pay a whole lot of attention. So anyway, so that's a demo of the Herackles. It's a sub-ohm. You know, we had to see that automatically started again. It's a great cloud chucker, the Herackles, but my preferences are flavor, and I get those in the sub tank, and I get them in the Arctic. I do love the Arctic a lot, and I love both the 0.2 and the 0.5s. So I highly recommend those. I am just kind of disappointed. You know, I bet Nick. I bet Nick would love this. Let's send one to Nick and see what he thinks. 'Cause I bet he'd love it. As far as the M80, the X Pro M80 by Smoke, definitely a very good device for people that don't want to spend. Who can blame them for not wanting to drop $300 on a vapor flask or $200 on a Vapor Shark? Yeah, they're great, and if you can do it, you'll love it. But if you don't want to, I mean, there's great stuff out there for way less money, and this is certainly one of them. Okay, so what else did we want to cover here? I kind of think that's it. We have some reviews coming up with a new mechanical mod from Totally Wicked. It's an Odyssey line, but I think it's only like $50, so that's cool. And I think Tom just handed in his review for the Lone Wolf mechanical. This is a great device, but God almighty, is it heavy. It is wicked heavy. This does have a battery in it too, but I tell you, when he showed it to me the first time, I lifted it up and there wasn't a battery in it, and I thought there was. That's how heavy it is. But from what I understand, it's double-plated copper, and it is wicked heavy. And there is a matching RDA. This RDA is can really chuck some clouds, and I don't think he has any cotton in it anymore. No, he took the cotton out. He knew I was going to try to play with it or something. But I was watching him the other day, and that thing is massive, absolutely massive smoke. Oh, God, I committed this sin. Vapor. All right, so I think that's it. Yeah, other reviews coming up, other things coming up. Should have gotten some things today, but they're not here yet. Hey, we're going to be recording a new Smoking Joey. No, I hope he drops by. A new Jack and John show tomorrow morning, and hopefully by tomorrow night, that would be Saturday night, April 11th or 12th, or April 11th. I don't even know what day it is. It'll be up and ready for you guys. We are going to unveil a new name for the show and a new opening, hopefully, if I can get that done in time. So lots of stuff in the mix. And if you aren't a subscriber to our channel, please consider it. We'll be doing we'll be kicking up our easy as hell giveaways. All our giveaways now are simply just click and enter. We had all of our giveaways for the past 3 years. You had to do something, and we had a reason for that. We wanted to get out there, and we wanted to spread our brand all over the place, and until we were the most widely read online publication for vaping. We've done that. We've done that by a huge amount. It's sort of like comparing Fox News to MSNBC. And so now it's just a matter of let's just give stuff away. And you guys have worked hard enough. The ones that have entered our giveaways before and have tweeted and commented and shared and all this kind of stuff, you guys did a great job. And now it's time that we're just going to give back for the remainder of this year anyway. And that's the way we're going to do it. So thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed what I had to show you. Would love to hear what you say down at the bottom, and we'll see you tomorrow when we do the new Jack and John show. So this is John Manzione for the Cold Open, and I will see you soon.